injector right here. Open this, and you can just close out of this file explorer window. And the first thing I recommend you guys do is just click delete traces. What this does is it basically deletes traces from old and previous versions of the injector. And although you don't need to do it the first time you go in or the first time you open the injector, I would recommend you get used to it because it is very important you do it every time the injector updates. As you can see, trace deleted successfully. Just click OK. Now, really important step, click spoof. This basically spoofs your hardware ID so that if you get banned, you can just spoof again. And yeah. But again, there are very low chances of getting banned. It's just that if you use it really obviously, then of course someone is going to report you and you might get manually banned. But so yeah, just try and use it a little carefully. As you can see, successfully spoofed hardware ID. Just click OK. And a little warning is that you should probably actually use another account, like an alt account of yours or something like that, because Apex Legends is free, so you don't need to worry about that. So yeah, but I obviously still recommend you spoofing, still recommend you deleting traces, and I also recommend you joining this Discord server. Just click this little Discord icon here, and the Discord application should open, and you should get an invite to the server. The reason I can't leave that link in the description or in the comment section is just because the developer of this hack has actually disabled invites to the Discord server. That is just because he doesn't want bots flooding the server, and he doesn't want anyone finding the link and being able to detect it. Like I think Google and YouTube has some bots that do that. I mean, Google or YouTube could like report the server to Discord, and they might take the whole Discord server down. That's what happened in the past, and he doesn't want it to happen again. So yeah. By the way, on the Discord server, there's a lot of like supporting channels and yeah, a ton of that. So if you have any questions, just go there and ask them there if something doesn't work. And yeah, by the way, if this folder does not appear on your desktop, you can just try and install the program again, or just, restart your PC, try installing it again. It happens sometimes with a few of my subscribers, but if that happens, just leave a comment and I will assist you. All that remains now is to open Apex Legends. As you can see, it says process not found. So yeah. By the way, this also works on Origin. So yeah, even though it's probably better to use Steam, to be honest, because I don't know, that's what I prefer anyways. So, but it's totally up to you. And when you are in the game, all you have to do, click this little refresh button here, and loads for a little bit, and then you can click this button right here and change the shortcut that is used for opening the hack menu. But I won't change that right now because F8 works pretty fine. So just click inject and just wait a couple of seconds. It might take a little bit longer for you depending on your hardware. But yeah, as you can see, injected successfully. And now the injector window is actually going to close by itself. Now, all you have to do is click F8. And yeah, there are a bunch of options here. They are all explained in the Discord server, so I highly recommend you join. I just bring them up here so you can get a view over them. And if you have seen any of my previous videos, you might realize that this menu looks similar to the other ones. That is just because the developer actually uses the same sort of template when he creates new hacks, because he thinks that the way it looks is not as important as the code behind it. So and yeah, you can also see the skins coming soon. That is just because skins often take a little bit longer time to develop or to spoof than the other stuff. So I always release my videos like right after he has released the injector. So I recommend you subscribing so you can get instant new videos whenever he creates a new injector. I promise I will actually do it this time instead of working at school. But yeah, there are a lot of different options here, and yeah, you can change the where is it, the opacity if you would like it to be a little bit more invisible. You can also move these little windows here over to your second monitor if you have that. And yeah, if I press F8, they disappear. If I press F8 again, they come back. So yeah, you can also minimize them, however you like, whatever you want to do. So yeah, that's really about it for this video. But I won't be able to show you any gameplay because Apex Legends is actually going to strike down my video if I do so. And yeah, I don't have many more strikes remaining until my whole channel gets taken down for the second time. So I would recommend y'all just to try it out for yourself. And or you know, if you're scared of it being a virus or something like that, I always get those comments saying that it's a virus even though it's not, or like people being scared of it being a virus. But you know, it's completely up to you if you want to download